out. So we're going to talk about this picture here and how it's going to apply to my next videos. So we're going a little light today. There's 3 reasons I'm doing these videos, okay? One reason is because I need to lose weight. I need some kind of fitness that is going to make it feel fun or give me some kind of purpose. Second reason, I want these videos to have some application to one type of people, which I will talk first, and that's vulnerable people. Maybe a small woman who is worried about defending herself on the way home. Maybe we've got like a bully that is picking on someone who can't defend themselves, and I want this person to have some kind of semblance of being able to fight back. And the third reason is for people who maybe in a certain kind of martial art want to do a little bit different blend. I am not Bruce Lee, but maybe I can give them 1 or 2 things that we can work on together. So today's video is going to be for that second reason. Basically, the type of person who doesn't have any kind of training so that they can be able to defend themselves. And the reason that we're pulling up this picture today, the picture of this boxer's fracture, is to illustrate a point. One thing I noticed about my videos is that they show a lot of martial arts. However, the people who watch these videos may not have a lot of time to very intensely train, like 3 nights a week, however many hours a week. So I need to make the self-defense videos a little bit better at people who aren't trained. So like when we're teaching, this right hook, okay, or we're teaching teaching the jab, okay, we're wanting to focus on these 2 knuckles, right? Because this bone down here, this radius, is much wider than this ulna, right? And if you hit with these 2 knuckles, because of this lack of support, you're going to get what's called a boxer's fracture. So my point being is, if you can't train or don't know how to throw punches, I'm going to give you some techniques that are going to use the same movements in my other videos that are also going to show you how to use this concept of hard and soft. Go ahead. 30 seconds. Get your giggles out. This was taught to me by my Kali instructor, basically, because when I told him about karate, I was like, I can break a board with my hand. He's like, okay, when you want to punch a board, go ahead, but when you actually want to learn how to fight, come talk to me. The point being is, if you don't know what you're doing, it's way too easy to injure yourself. So we're going to take some of the movements that we've learned and incorporate the hard and soft technique. Okay, so most boxers know these attacks, okay? Your jab, all right, your right cross, okay, your shovel hook, your hook, and your uppercuts. Now some also know the high hook, okay? So if you don't know how to use your hands and fists, you may not be good at not breaking your hands, as we showed earlier in the video. So let's work on some things we can do instead, okay? The eyes are soft, the face is hard. Get in here close. The eyes are soft, the face is hard, right? So there is a very real chance that when somebody untrained throws this jab, or even if you are trained and you just mess up, you can break your hand. So what we're going to do instead here, right, is we're going to poke. See this poke? See this? Poke to that eye. Because I don't know about you, but if anything goes near my eyes, I'll be fuck. Okay? So we're going to poke that eye, and that's going to be our jab. So while the boxer may throw this annoying punch to measure out his distance, annoy his partner, a non-trained person can throw that jab. You don't have to have a good, someone's just throw it out like that, okay? Throw that jab. And if you notice, I've got my hand up here. Any boxer will tell you keep your hands up. But when we go through the combing the hair block from earlier lessons, it's all the same thing. So, hand up, throw, that's going to be the jab, right? Now, any boxer will tell you, throw that cross, right? Again, combing the hair.
throw the cross. But to keep from breaking your hand on that cross, instead, the bottom of here, or heck, even if you miss any of this, onto this soft nose. I mean, get hit in the nose. Nobody likes it. If you just smash your hand on somebody's nose, or you gouge the eyes with those fingers, okay, so, okay, under into that nose, okay, all right, or into those eyes, that's gonna hurt. So even if you went and aim for the eyes, it's gonna sting, okay? So your boxer, right, he goes punch, punch, hook, that's the high hook. Well, slap, okay? This is all hard. Why risk breaking your knuckles? Hard. And when I say slap, okay, I'm not talking like, oh, bad boy. I mean, I'm talking like a bear claw. Open up that hand, swing with that whole forearm. So we're not going, we're going. So I'm keeping my hand up. I'm torquing into that hit. Just like he does with his hook, smack. Okay. So, boxing that ear. You rupture an eardrum, it's going to throw off their inner balance as well. All right, so pop, pop, pop. Okay, there's your attack. All right. We're going to start talking also about these hooks, right? Well, this here is soft. All right. I mean, a little bit harder, but these ribs are soft. You don't have to have a perfectly formed punch to get that slap in, or to come with this slap, or to backhand into that slap. So, here we go. Pop, 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 pop. Cracking across that belly is gonna hurt. Even for you skinny guys, not just a fat guy like me. Okay, so let's talk about some self-defense here. All right, guy comes in, he tries to grab your shirt, claps that hand to keep it down, throw those fingers into that eye, okay? Or with this hand, throw those fingers in that eye. When you get a grip on that wrist, keep it from coming up and blocking that. There you go. Or cracking into there, okay? So what if you do this and grabs your hand? Come across, slap, right across the ribs. Come across, crack that ear. You're gonna be trapping these hands. And once I get some partners, I can show you a little bit better. All right, so another thing, I don't know how close you are to these people. If you're out, here, okay? If you're in, you can slap the slap, or you can throw this elbow. Now, this also incorporates into your Kali, because if you have the karambit, as shown here, you're coming down with that slash. Now where I want this slash, okay, where this elbow to go is right across this eyebrow, okay? When that eyebrow bleeds, it's gonna go in their eye. Hard for somebody to chase you when they're going like this the whole time. You rupture that eardrum, it's hard to chase you when you can't keep your balance because your inner ear's messed up, okay? So, again, we can use finger pokes, we can use the palms of our heel, we can use the back of our hands, right? Slapping this way is gonna hurt. Slapping across these ribs is gonna hurt. So, let's go from our defense of our basic 5 angles, right? The uppercut or the kick, okay? So, somebody's trying to hit you up on this side, all right? That arm comes in, we're gonna slap that funny bone. That hurts like a dick. Claw that funny bone. Or, maybe later, this is a little bit harder to break your hand than trying to do this, but this, maybe take a key. I got a key right here, you know? Use your key between your knuckles. Let me see here. There's your key. Take your key. You're gonna hit inside, right here. All this, brachial artery, funny bone, flexor muscles, all that. You're gonna slap that arm coming in. Use this to keep your hand up, okay? Keep that arm from coming in on your face. Right across the ribs, okay? This being soft, having some give on those hard ribs, or if you want to do a back fist, okay? It's really hard to hurt your hand this way. Crack that in those ribs. So our footwork, crack, passing that arm underneath, and then slap across the face. While he's got his hands down, look, we're going to work more on footwork and how that gets behind people. But now we got this side, right? Well, if I've got my hand like this, right, and he comes for this side, I get inside of that wrist, push it off, and now I got my lupso, or my finger poke, my palm heel, okay? Or this throat under here is real soft. See this I'm doing here? Get that up underneath that throat. So pass, comb, okay? Poke, okay? Palm heel, okay? Or if you push this up and then scratch the inside of that arm, hit that funny bone, knock with the knuckle or the key, back into those ribs. So it's the exact opposite of this, okay? Later I want to get a dummy, make this a little bit better, all right? So next, our guy's going to be coming with that rib shot. That low block we talked about in one of the earlier lessons and we were doing the karambit. Let's throw that elbow up there. Now, let's whip that elbow across. So, block the low hook, put that elbow into that pec, smack across that cheek, okay? Same thing the other side. We're hitting again. That low block, hitting that elbow into that pec, smack. Coming across the high, the other elbow. So, if we're against the shovel hook, we're blocking low against the shovel hook, or let me do it on this side so it looks right. So there, we're gonna block low against that shovel hook, elbow into that pec, or that bicep, or that pec, come across, smack in the face, come back down with the same elbow. Okay. Next, we're gonna talk about the low kick or the uppercut from our earlier videos, okay? Same thing if we were doing it with a knife. We're catching and cutting. We're catching and cutting. We can throw that elbow into this quad, okay? We can just hammer a knuckle into this quad. We can stick the key into that quad as that kick comes up. Or if it's the uppercut, same motion on all these, okay? Or our option is we can, when that kick comes in, we can block it, right? So if the kick comes up, we're blocking to the side, okay? Now we're belly to back, right? Belly to back. If his back's here, I'm hitting that kidney, right? Hitting that kidney, kidneys are soft, hitting that kidney. So we said a knife and an elbow are the same hit, right? As far as motion. Grab him around the mouth, throw that elbow to that back of that head. Okay? If we have that key, we're poking him in the kidney, right? Throw that elbow up into the back of the head. Okay? Now we're also going to talk about hammer fisting, right? So, when I did my stick attacks earlier, I taught you this. Anywhere you can put that stick, you can hit that hammer fist. Your knife doesn't deploy, hit that hammer fist. Hell, you got a pen in your hand, hit that hammer fist. So, hitting down, hitting down, hitting down, hitting down, hitting down. Same motion, hit, hit, hit. Okay? Pass the hand bias, poke with a pen, eye shot. Okay? Coming in straight at us. Push beside, stick that pen into the muscles in the artery. And I've hit my limit. Hopefully one day we'll be getting farther than this.